Hi there, today I want to quickly go over things that I did to skip the Rolex waitlist. First, wrist check is the brand new 41mm Submariner no date that I received from my local AD. First I think you should do is be financially ready. That means when you get a call from the AD, you have to be ready to pick up that watch and walk away with it. If you're not able to, they may not call you ever again, because the AD wants to make sure that you are not only going to buy that watch, but future watches as well. They want to have future business with you. And if you're not the type of person who can play that game, then they will offer it to someone else who can. So that's the first step that is key. Just be financially ready to make that purchase. Second thing is just be patient. You may not get a call for months on end or even years for certain sets of watches. So be patient. I say do not buy gray market. Do not pay that premium. These are, in the end, luxury items. They're not necessities. Why would you want to pay thousands more for something that is not really going to be a pertinent part of your life for the most part, unless you're a dealer? That's different. But for people like us, we're in it because we love watches, but they're not gonna take over our lives. So don't pay the premium. Wait, play that game, but it's also kind of the fun part is just the wait. So be patient. Third thing, build that relationship, visit that AD. You wanna go in there, say hi, and make sure they know who you are. Some people say you have to ask for the manager or the highest grossing salesperson. I tend to not agree with that. It just doesn't seem very organic as you go in, or very polite to just say, I don't want to talk to you, but I want to talk to your manager or the person who is the highest grossing salesperson. I think you need to talk to someone and just be natural. If that person knows what they're doing, then you should be able to build that relationship. And once you build that relationship, anyone in the store, I believe, can be your advocate and tell the manager, this is the person and this is the reason why I think he or she should get this watch. For me, it took me 3 times going to the watch store to know who I really wanted to talk to. First 2 times, the salesperson was very nice, but it was very obvious that they are much more at home with the jewelry side of the store. Third time I walked in, I was fortunate to talk to someone who understood the watches, and we just hit it off very well. And from that point on, that was the person I always made sure I contacted to build that relationship. What you want to do is tell them your story, tell them what you're looking for, tell them what your future goals are with watches. Again, just talk, build your rapport, and understand them, and let them understand you as well. If you're still, for instance, in the hunt for Rolex watches at this point, we're kind of going into the holiday season, it may not be a bad idea to give them a postcard, greeting card or something like that. It doesn't cost a lot of money. Some people, if you have the means, patronize the store, buy other things. Like my AD has a huge jewelry selection. You might be able to pick up something for your loved ones during the holidays. Those things will make sure that you establish an account with them, and you may just be up on the wait list for certain type of watches. Just never know. Fourth thing is just be genuine. You want to make sure you, like I said, tell them who you are, build that rapport. Make them know that you are not going to be there buying their watches and then flip it, right? So go in there with the intention of owning watches to enjoy yourself and not flip. Because honestly, for the most of us, we're not going to be making money by flipping watches. You might get away with flipping 1 or 2 watches, and then they'll find out. So you made a few $1,000s, but in the end, is it really worth, throwing away that relationship that you've nurtured over the course of months and years? It's probably not. And if you're really looking to be a gray market dealer, then there's other ways of doing it that at a larger quantity that'll actually make you a profit. But otherwise, just walking in the store, waiting for them to call you for the next watch that you can flip, it's not very doable or economical. So going in with a genuine intent of buying purchases for yourself and nothing more than that. Fifth thing is actively promote your AD and the salesperson. So what you want to do is patronize the store if you can. Tell other people about the store, go on social media, write reviews. And writing review was actually how I came across my Submariner. It was just by chance that I really felt I need to write something for my AD. I did not do it with the intention of getting anything from them. It just never happened. So why did I even think I could? What happened was that my local AD kept sending text messages from periodically, not a lot, of different watches. And, it was just the last one that they sent. It was a check-in from that person that I built a relationship with. And I thought, I hadn't bought anything that they sent me, and yet they're still checking in. So I felt like they're still thinking about me, and I want to show my appreciation by writing a review, an honest review of my experience for someone who's never bought anything, and yet they still check in on me, because no other AD in the area ever did, right? So I just felt like I need to do something for them and wrote an honest review. 6 days later, they called me, and the salesperson said they read the review. The manager loved the review and told her that they had to give me something. So they decided to give me a sub. So, certain things do pay off, and I'm not saying this will work again the next time. But again, I didn't go in thinking it was going to be something that's going to help me in my watch purchase, right? It was a genuine feeling of respect for them, that they were still thinking about me, and I wrote that review, and I got rewarded for it. So, but it might be something that if you were thinking about, you have an AD that you have a good relationship, you might want to think about doing something. Pick up that laptop and write a good review for them. You just never know what'll happen. And lastly, just be persistent. You want to make sure that you are patient, but not fall off the map either, right? So go in there once in a while, show your face, say hi, and make them know that you are still in the hunt for that piece of Rolex watch. So that way, when it does come and they're thinking about you, you can get on to that list. For my other Air King watch that I received shortly after my Submariner from the other AD, they were a little bit off at a different state, and I didn't write any review. Like I said, I did not write reviews thinking I was going to get watches, right? But I did it for my local AD. I didn't do it for that one because they didn't call me or anything like that, let's be honest. But what I did with them is I called them from time to time and just check in and talk about Rolexes, what are the current, market for those things. Keep it short, simple, but let them know that you're thinking about buying Rolexes still. And if they have anything, they can feel free to call you, and you're ready to buy anything at that point. And sure enough, that last time I checked in with them, a few days later, they gave me a call and they had the Air King for me. So those things certainly help, and they really help me. And another thing too is I just want to go back about being genuine. I hear a lot of people on YouTube saying, don't ever go into an AD and tell them, I'll just buy any type of sports model you have, because it doesn't sound genuine and it sounds like you're a flipper. I will say that was not my experience. It's okay to say that you will take any Rolex sports model, because I walked in or I called any of the ADs, and that's exactly what I said. I'll take anything you have, because they understand what I'm talking about, and I was genuine with them with my reasons. It's because Rolexes are so hard to come by, and I've done my research on all of their sports models. I like all of them. I could see any one of those in my collection. So why shouldn't I just open up my field and say, if you come across anything that you think you can sell to me, please let me know and I will take it. It's very genuine. They understand I'm not a flipper, but I understand the current market for Rolexes. They're all very hard to come by. And so it is just what it is, right? So I'm speaking the truth. Anyway, I'm hoping some of those things that I said, that I experienced, that what I did could help you in making your purchase of your next Rolex watches. Good luck. Thank you.